people of our country actually need a leader who engages in solutions, who actually addresses the problems at hand. But what we have in the former president is someone who would prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. And I'll tell you something, he's going to talk about immigration a lot tonight, even when it's not the subject that is being raised. And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you. You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first. And I pledge to you that I...
Hi guys, you're welcome to Craft TV Nigeria, and my name is T Craft, and we're on Hot Takes. Hot Takes, where we give our take on hot trending topics. And I want to react on the just concluded U.S. elections debate between former President Donald Trump and current Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, I watched the whole debate from beginning till the end, and I just want to give my opinions and reactions about certain things. Right now, I think it's pretty much very difficult for Americans. It will be a bit more difficult for Americans to make a choice in this 2024 elections, given what is happening and everything surrounding the Democrats right now. And the Republican candidate too is not making anything easy for anyone. So this U.S. elections debate was managed or coordinated by ABC News, and it was so interesting. Now remember that President Joe Biden pulled out of the presidential race July 12th after his debate with Donald Trump, which held 25th of June 2024, which we all saw that he was almost not in a good frame of mind to actually run this race for obvious reasons. And that got me talking, that got me thinking in Africa though. Do we have humans or people in Africa, leaders in Africa, who would see that they're not fit enough to run at the moment and decide to step back? Now, that is a good applaud going to the Democrats, because they are being truthful, they are being open, right? Now, if it was in America or in Nigeria, where I'm from, guess what would happen? They would push that president to run one way or the other, by hook or by crook. That's just by the way. So it is now a race between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Now, how do we think that is going to go for the elections coming November 5th, 2024? In barely 56 days or 50 something days time, we would have a new president in America. Now, what caught my attention was Kamala Harris actually stepped on that debate stage confidently. You see, she closed the gap and went straight up to Donald Trump and shook his hands, and that was game on, let's do this. She was very prepared, all right? She was smart, she was composed, well composed, in my opinion. Right now, I'm torn in between. I don't think if my opinion really counts, because I'm not there to vote, but I'm torn in between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Now, because of some obvious reasons, you would like one or two things that Donald Trump stands for, and a lot more things that he is against. You would like one or two things that Kamala Harris and her Democrats stand for, and some things that they are against. All right, so let's just get into it. Now, Kamala Harris is pro-tax cut. She's pro-tax cut for the common man, talking about giving them $6,000 benefit for housing and all of that, and also cutting $50,000 tax on small businesses. That's a very key statement, meaning she is pro small business to grow. She wants to do things that will make small business grow. And we all know that what drives the real economy, the grassroots, are the small businesses, not the blue chip companies and all of that. So that's that. Now, Donald Trump did not say anything about taxes. Rather, it was alleged or pushed onto him that Donald Trump is trying to only cut taxes for billionaires, which should be the other way. Billionaires should be made to pay more taxes because they have more money, right? Now, but because he's a billionaire, he's not looking at trying to cut taxes for the small people. Rather, tax them more. Tax them more. If you're in Nigeria, you know that's what's happening. They're trying to tax small businesses, collect more money from the grassroots than where they are supposed to actually collect. And we all know where that's going to end up. So Trump is tax cut on billionaires, which is self-centered, in my opinion. In my opinion, self-centered. And Kamala Harris is tax cut on the common man, small businesses. That's the score there. Now, Trump is big on anti-migration. Every debate, every speech, every campaign has been on anti-migration. And if you're someone living in America and you hate immigrants, I know Trump will be your candidate. If you have this strong hate for immigrants, Trump will be your best candidate. There's no question about that. But can we look at it this way? America is the father of the world, the biggest country, or whatever it is, how that name that they call it. And you'd understand that there's bound to be migrations from one place to another in the world. There's always bound to be migrations from one place to another in the world. And Trump is against migration. He is really, really, really against migration. He's talking about building walls, the borders, and so many things, which Kamala Harris and Biden, they've done some few things recently. He pointed that out, that why did they wait till 6 months before the election before they started managing the immigration? Now, immigration has to do with people, their lives, whatever it is. I think it's a very, very clear thing to understand how to do that effectively and not be anti-people. So that's about immigration. So he said that Kamala Harris is copying Trump's playbook, which is run, spot, run. And he also claims that immigrants are eating up people's pets in Springfield, and he is pro deportation, massive deportation of over 11 million undocumented immigrants. Right? That is what he said. Now Kamala Harris rebutted or countered that and said they are managing the immigration activities, and you have to be careful because these are human beings, these are their lives and all of that. And if America is the ground for all, there should be a way to manage all of that. I know this has mixed feelings for different people because some people want to say immigrants are coming in to take our jobs and all of that. So that's one thing. Now, if you're an African, you would definitely not like Trump's immigration laws because we want, not Africans really, general people in the world. Everybody wants to be able to go to America and succeed and all of that. If you are pro-immigration, you would not like Donald Trump. But if you're against immigration, the real whites, the real Americans, some of them will be against immigrants coming into their country. Now, so the last election held in November 3rd, 2020, which after that Trump refused to concede defeat and said the elections were rigged or something thereabout. Now, he refused to precisely answer questions regarding the invasion of the Capitol on January 6th after the elections. Now, they asked him precisely, do you regret anything that you said that incited violence or for people to invade the Capitol? And Trump was just going round and round in circles. And Kamala Harris answered that and said she was there. He had every option to bring that tension down, But his supporters fed on his drive, on his push, and that was what happened at the Capitol then. But Donald Trump doesn't want to speak on that. Now, Donald Trump believes in fracking. So I want you to go read about fracking. I read about fracking a little bit, and it's supposedly that Kamala Harris doesn't believe in so much in fracking, and so much disparity between the two parties. Now, Trump, I think, was a bit rude to Kamala Harris about 2 or 3 times, where he kind of, told her to keep quiet that he was speaking. That felt like, okay, because she's a woman and you were trying to just shut her up. In my opinion, that was not good. Now, Kamala Harris is pro-regulate gun laws, and Trump is no, let everybody have a defense mechanism. Let's go. So let's ask ourselves, do we like the shootings that happens in America? Do you understand? I'm in Africa, and I can say categorically that no one wants to just be in the house and someone comes in and shoots. The Democrats are saying they would manage the gun laws, they would regulate the gun laws, which is a sane thing to do. But Donald Trump is trying to incite that they want to take away their guns, which Kamala Harris debunked that greatly. They are not taking away your guns, but they are going to manage it. Now, on abortion, on abortion, Donald Trump believes that abortion should be banned. This is a very, very sensitive topic. He believes that abortions should be banned, while the Democrats are saying, why not allow women determine what's going to happen to their body? When you talk about rape and incest victims, do you want to say they must keep their babies? He also cast aspersions that the Democrats were supporting that when you give birth to a baby, they are going to terminate the baby, or they can terminate the baby 9 months or 8 months or 7 months. And we all know no one terminates a pregnancy at 7 months, 8 months, or 9 months. I feel Donald Trump can be very condescending. He can always want to go very, very, very low. Do you understand? So Donald Trump is saying, some Christians might say, yay, we don't want abortions and all of that. But at the end of the day, do you want someone to keep a child that he or she does not want, or that came based on some circumstances? I think that's a very dicey topic to talk about. But on an abortion, the two parties are clear about what they want to do. Now, Trump is also about inciting one race against the other. And Kamala Harris actually just went in on him and broke all of that down. America needs someone that will unite them. America needs someone that will not play pillar and post, dividing people against themselves, inciting people against themselves. And that's very, very obvious. We know Trump is this person. I feel Trump is like a smoking gun, all right? I feel Trump is like a smoking gun, and he will just say things and he'll just go ahead and do it. It feels it's his opinion. There's no diplomacy. That's the right word. There's no diplomacy with someone like Trump. That's what I think. Do you understand? I'm not saying I'm even supporting Harris. Now, a lot of people would not want to support Harris because if some people believe that a woman cannot rule America for now. And guess what? A lot of women might not even support Kamala Harris because they believe that a woman cannot rule America. Remember, women supporting women is one thing that's always in the garden. So Kamala Harris standing a chance of winning the elections is shaky. I have a feeling that just like Nigeria, people are being shown what is good and what is bad. But the people have a way of going to choose what is bad. I'm not saying anything, who it is. All right? Like what we have here in Nigeria, people have a way of, they are being shown what is good and what is bad. But based on certain personal preferences, people would definitely end up choosing what is bad for them. Now, they talked about clean energy, and Donald Trump failed to react about that, and Kamala Harris cleared that up. Now, talking about healthcare, Kamala Harris wants everyone to have healthcare, while Donald Trump is supposedly wanting only those that can afford it to, and he called the Obamacare a hoax. right? He called the Obamacare a hoax and that it has never worked and it will never work. So I think this is a very difficult time for Americans because at the end of the day, they have two people. I don't know which is good or which is bad, but there's going to be a lot of division and it's going to be a very closely called election. There are some people that would say they want a woman to be a president. Now, some will say they don't want. Some people say they are not prepared for it. Some will say, oh, Trump is who we need because we want some things that are different. Oh, Trump is. I've seen a lot of black people going like they want Trump and all of that. But in my opinion, I don't think that guy has good plans for you guys. Kamala Harris, will she be able to handle the affairs of the country as a woman? I'm not also very sure about that. So let me know what you think in the comment section, because this was a very, very insightful conversation, and it's going to be an election of a generation between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. So let me know. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and we can react on other topics. So until next time, have a good day. My name is T Craft. Please follow.